Hello, this is Blizzard Star, and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Last time we finished up on Kashyaak, and we started talking to our crewmates. So let's finish up talking to them, and then we can head on out, shall we?
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
You don't need to call me Master.
Query. Don't I? I was under the assumption that organic meat bags such as yourself enjoyed such forms of address.
I'm not your master.
Qualification. You are my master, Master. Did you not purchase me legitimately? Am I stolen goods? Shall I report myself to the authorities? Explanation. Then you qualify as my master and I must refer to you as such. The legal requirements for models of my type are very specific, Master. Evasion. Ooh, the illegal kind of model, Master. You know. Answer. More than there are for legal models, apparently. That is meatbag logic for you.
How can an illegal model be regulated?
Query. Would you rather be caught with contraband that is very illegal, or just a little illegal?
What's the difference?
Answer. About 20 years, Master.
Well, we just keep you a little legal then.
Agreement. This was my thought as well, Master. You show excellent logical skills for a meatbag.
Okay. Sure, whatever. Wait.
Got something on your mind, do you?
Have you seen all these go on board?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Rambo. What are you saying? Got something on your... Oh, I know plenty about Kashyaak. You think someone doesn't live here for 20 years and pick up a thing or two? Chances are, by the time I finish telling you about it all, you would have found out for yourself. So there's no reason for me to start blathering on. It should be enough for me to tell you that there's kilometer after kilometer of trees on this planet. The deeper you go, the more dangerous it gets. If you're smart, you stay on top with the Wookiees. You go deep, however, and you may find some things you weren't expecting. And that's about all I got to say about that. Now, let's get going.
All right.
Oh, I get it. Let's play with the old man's head, is it? He's half senile. He'll forget I said anything. Wait, what was this about anyway?
Interesting.
Yes. What is it?
Something
I
wrong?
was remembering Taris.
I'm sorry, Johanny.
No, it's all right. I think I'm over the worst of it. I apologize again for lashing out at you. It was not your fault. It was a horrible place to have to live. At least in the lower cities where the non-humans tended to get relegated. Living for years in a place with no sun, living off the trash dropped from the upper levels, and the meager pay doing back-breaking labor.
And those raccoons.
There was always the danger of raccoons coming up from the sewers, or more mundane predators living and working in the area. My family and I struggled each and every day to make something of our lives. But we could only go so far. Taxes from the corrupt government, more fees from the gangs controlling the streets, and whatever was left paying for what food and medical supplies we could afford.
No one would help you?
And of course, there was the constant bigotry and hate from the more affluent and human citizens, lording their wealth over us living below. Every once in a while, a rich human would come down through the lower levels with his droid entourage just to see how the wildlife lived. and laughed at the mockeries that were our successes. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my travels since those days. Indeed, some of the greatest people I have ever met are human.
Decent humans are hard to find.
I have noticed that. But the Jedi Order seems to have collected a fair number. The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order. The one who was with the group going to fight the Mandalorians. She was human. I suppose I see something of her in you when I look... I am sorry. I am getting away from my point. If there even was one. Sometimes, I curse the day my parents fled to Taris. But then again, if they had not, I would not be where I am today.
Fled from where?
Another story for another time. For now, we must continue our own epic. To save the galaxy, if we can.
Okay. Salbar? Do you have anything more to say about yourself, Salbar? Sorry, we can't stay on Kashyaak longer. Why did you request to take back a sword? Let's get going. All right. I want to ask you some questions. I'm gonna get up this. Alright.
Hey there. What can I do for you?
I want to talk to you about your brother.
Maybe if we get these tat glands for him, things will work out. Or maybe he'll finally see the light and turn over a new leaf. I know it's not likely, but it's all I have to hope for. Hey there. What...
Okay, nothing.
Okay.
Thank you. Alright, I have to go back to Tatooine. Get these tat glands back to him. Stella?
How can I help?
I'd like to talk to what you said before about giving in to your emotions.
Yes, I did end that quite abruptly, didn't I? Perhaps a master could have addressed my questions with the proper wisdom, but I never should have brought it up here, not with you. Part of my purpose on this mission was to guide you in the way of the light, to help you avoid the temptations of the dark side. But I fear I've failed in that task. I don't think I'm the proper Jedi to guide you. I'm no master. You should have remained with the Council.
No, I disagree.
Perhaps you're not being truly objective then. There's no need to spare my feelings on this point. The fact of the matter is, I have never possessed much skill at controlling myself. With the bond that joins us, it seems I have even less. You have maintained the path of the light side, but it has been in spite of my influence, not because of it. It's increasingly obvious I am unable to guide you properly.
You're doing your best, I'm sure.
It's kind of you to say, but I think the evidence speaks for itself. I think I may have made a very big mistake. I simply hope that you are not the one who pays the price, ultimately, for the fact that I can't help you enough.
Maybe we could help each other?
That's a kinder response than I deserve. And I can see there is wisdom in your words. Perhaps you can help me. And I will try to help you if I can. Hopefully this will all work out for the both of us. And for the sake of the mission.
Alright.
Yes, what's on your mind?
What do you know about Revan and Malik?
To think that I once looked up to these two as the best that humanity had to offer. Now I'd like nothing more than to put a blaster to both their heads. Although I suppose that only Malik is left, isn't he? Turned on his own master. Not that Revan didn't have it coming. Typical for their kind, I guess.
You knew them personally?
No, not personally. They aided the Republic during the Mandalorian Wars. They were heroes. Without them, the Mandalorians would have finished us for certain. In the fleet, we didn't see much of the Jedi. And I only met Malik once, but I was impressed by him. I guess that just shows how much the dark side can change someone.
You know why they changed the dark side?
Nobody does. When they left, after the Mandalorian Wars ended, they were Jedi. When they returned, they were something else.
How did they get away with all this?
Well, when they returned from wherever they went, they had an entire fleet with them. Nobody knows where they got the ships. They had a lot of them. And as the years have passed, there always seems to be more and more, while our forces dwindle. Did they really get away with it, though? Revan was betrayed by Malik, and Malik hasn't won. In the end, the dark side won't help him.
What do you know about the dark side?
I used to think that it was a fancy name for something that I see every day. Corruption is everywhere. People are greedy and stupid and do horrible things. I'm starting to think it's different for the Jedi, however. That there's this evil watching them, waiting for its chance. You have so much courage and strength in you, yet somehow I have no trouble imagining it differently, like the flip side of a coin. It's not just you, it's Bastila as well. She's so intense. And I don't pretend to know much about the Force, but I know evil.
You think Bastila and I are evil?
No, of course not. All I'm saying is that when you have so much power, the stakes are higher. I can only imagine the kind of conflict that goes on inside you. Well, neither you nor Bastila are fully trained on how to handle your power. I'm just concerned at what might come.
That's sweet. I didn't know you cared.
Oh, and that's not what I wouldn't want to see you hurt, either of you. I suppose finding the star maps is more important than your training and your safety. I just hope there isn't a price for you to pay.
Alright. I guess back to Tatooine and then off to the last planet.
What happened? What's going on?
Sith interdictor ship. They must have been waiting for us on the hyperspace route. We're caught in their tractor beam.
Do you recognize the ship?
It's the Leviathan. Saul Karras' vessel. My own mentor. Admiral Karras taught me everything I know about being a soldier. He was a legend in the Republic fleet, and a hero to me until he betrayed us. When the Sith attacked my homeworld, the Leviathan, which is Saul Karras' flagship, was at the head of the fleet. My family was destroyed that day, and my wife died in the Sith bombardment.
Don't let your lust for revenge cloud your judgment, Karth.
I'm not gonna do anything stupid. I mean, I won't throw our lives away in some mad quest for vengeance, but if I get a chance to kill Saul during our escape, nobody better get in my way.
Talk of an escape is somewhat premature, don't you think? We don't even have a plan to get out of this mess yet.
I'll admit, it won't be easy. Saul's no fool, and he won't underestimate us either. We can count on plenty of guards watching every move we make.
Maybe Admiral Kareth doesn't know how many of us there are on board. We all have special talents. Talents we could exploit so that one of us could stage a rescue. We just have to figure out who has the best chance to avoid capture so they can come and rescue us later. It's a long shot, but it's our only hope.
Admiral Karth will watch the three of us very closely. One of the others is going to have to save us.
Well, if we're gonna pick someone to save our skins, we better do it quick. In another minute, we're gonna have Sith troops marching up our loading ramp.
Generally, you can use your force powers and camouflage abilities to avoid capture.
You speak the truth. I alone of all the group might be able to remain hidden if the Sith search the ship. I could wait until the guards have completed their search, then come to rescue you.
Try your way, Johanny. May the force be with you.
Hold on, they're dragging us into the docking bridge.
Bastila, Karth, and the crew have been taken prisoner as you ordered, Commander.
Excellent. Have you searched the ship thoroughly? Admiral Kareth warned me to be on alert for any kind of treachery.
We searched the ship from top to bottom. Somebody would have had to be invisible for us not to find them in there.
Well done. Return to your post and I'll tell the Admiral of this.
Karth, it has been far too long since we last spoke. I see the recent months have not been kind in your case. I barely recognized you.
But I recognize you, Saul. I see your face every night, even as I promised myself I will kill you for what you did to my whole world.
Did you learn nothing in your time under me? As a soldier, you should understand that casualties were unavoidable. This was an act of war.
It was a cowardly act of betrayal. Your fleet bombed a civilian target into oblivion without warning or provocation, and the blood of those innocent people is on your hands.
In war, even the innocent must die. The Sith would not accept me until I proved I had truly turned my back on the Republic by bombing the planet.
My wife died in that attack, Saul. And for that, I swear I'll kill you.
You used to be a man of action, not of empty words. Cling to your lust for revenge if you must, but spare me your tired threats. I've heard them all before. You're an insignificant part of these events anyway. Lord Malak is far more interested in your Jedi companions. He has great plans for them.
We will never serve Malak or the dark side. The Sith will be destroyed, Admiral Kareth, as will you if you don't turn away from this path.
Your words are brave, Bastila, but the lure of the dark side is hard to resist. Or so I've been told. I wonder if your companion is as devoted to the light as you are.
You're wasting your time, Saul. I'll never betray the Jedi.
You're defiant. I'm certain Malak will find your loyalty to the Jedi amusing. The Dark Lord would probably reward me if I just killed you once and for all, but he may want to question you given the trouble you've caused him, and the history between you.
History? What are you talking about?
You mean... Oh, this can't be true, can it? You really don't know what's going on here, do you? Well, I won't be the one to deprive Malak of the pleasure of telling you himself. The Dark Lord will no doubt torture you for information and for his own twisted pleasure. Eventually, you will tell him everything. The Sith can be very persuasive. However, Lord Malak is in another sector. It may be some time before he arrives, so I suppose I will have to fill in for him until then. Activate the torture fields. Enough. I don't want them to pass out before I question them. Malak will appreciate any information I can give him when he arrives.
Don't waste your breath, Saul. We won't answer any of your questions.
I'm sure you won't. However, we both know your friend's loyalties have proven in the past to be somewhat flexible.
My little loyalty is true as cars.
It is time to put your loyalty to the test. I doubt torturing you will gain me your true cooperation. Your will is too strong to be broken that way. However, even the strongest of heroes has trouble watching those they care about suffering. The interrogation will begin now. Each time you refuse to answer or give me a false answer, Kath will suffer.
My pain is meaningless. Tell him nothing.
I tire of these games. Now I want answers. On what planet is the Jedi Academy at which you were trained?
Alderaan. It's on Alderaan.
Alderaan is nothing but a planet of artisans and philosophers. There is no training academy there. You must think this is a game. Very well, this is the price of your resistance. Enough! You see what happens when you try to defy me. This first question was a test. Obviously, Malak knew the Academy was on Dantooine, and it has since been destroyed by our fleet. Dantooine is an empty graveyard now. Nothing is there but a smoking ruin and the charred remains of your former masters.
You're lying. This isn't true.
It doesn't matter whether you believe me or not. The fact remains that the Jedi on Dantooine have been eradicated, along with any hope of someone coming to rescue you. Now, tell me your mission. How were the Jedi planning on using you to stop Lord Malak and our Sith Armada?
Won't betray the Jedi.
Perhaps you need a reminder of the consequences of refusing to cooperate. Listen, can you not hear him suffering? You can spare him further pain by simply answering my questions. Now I will ask again, on what mission did the Jedi Council send you? Perhaps another lesson is in order.
No! I beg you! Mercy! No!
I am surprised he did not pass out sooner. Rarely have I seen someone withstand such punishment and remain conscious. I see I am wasting my time here. When Malak arrives, you will learn my interrogation techniques are considered merciful among the Sith. I will leave you here in your cell with a small taste of the horrors you will suffer when Lord Malak arrives.
Don't try to move too quickly. You might not be fully recovered yet. Admiral Karath had his guards continue to torture you even after you passed out.
They tortured all of us, though you got the worst of it by far. Saul wanted them to make us suffer. He's become some sort of sadistic monster.
The dark side has perverted him, Kath. Once you start down the tainted path, it leads you ever further into the depths of evil. I fear he is forever lost.
No one's without hope or redemption, Bastilla.
Yes. I suppose you're correct. Sometimes it's easy to lose sight of that hope in the face of such unbridled cruelty. But you speak the truth. I suppose I'm taking the news of Dantooine's destruction quite hard. First Taras, now the Academy. Is there no end to the killing?
Maybe Admiral Karath was lying.
I'd like to believe that Saul was lying to us. But even as he said the words, I knew they were true. The Academy is gone. We should have felt a disturbance in the Force when the attack came. The fact that we did not is a bad sign. I fear the dark side is growing stronger, casting shadows our vision cannot pierce. I can only hope that some of the Jedi escaped. Rook, Endar, Zar. I cannot imagine all of them being gone. In any case, we've lost our one place of refuge in the galaxy.
None of this will matter if we don't get out of this prison before Saul gets back.
I'm not afraid of him.
Saul mentioned that Lord Malak was on his way. I think the Admiral left to prepare for his arrival and to report the results of our interrogation.
It is fortunate you were able to resist the Admiral's questioning. The fate of the galaxy could be changed by revealing the slightest piece of vital information.
I have to confess something. There was a moment, just a moment, when part of me was hoping that you would tell him what he wanted to know, just to make the horrible pain stop.
I'm sorry, Karth. Watching you suffer tore me apart.
No, I know you would never do anything to intentionally cause me pain, but you had no other choice. You couldn't betray our cause. I don't honestly know if I could have been as strong in your position. Watch you suffer like that, I might have cracked.
Did you feel that? A disturbance in the Force. The Admiral has sent his message. The Dark Lord knows we're here now. Malik is coming.
Well, then we better hope Juhani busts us out of here before he arrives.
I shall not be seen.
Alrighty. Oh my. Let's save. Well, shoot. Well, there you go. That's helpful. Perfect. Steal everything.
Ciao baso. Gino molirani bubo. Tonking ba. No kuneksak.
Who are you?
Tong hit wama ag inko tune. Por tong hit wama ji aki inko tun. Tong pa no kun. No nek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki mulira kun king. King ba no kun nik dorcha. Jiska dosoki. Kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smack toma. Kuyami jusku chitanai. Uchua penki. Topa na ota vokasa. Yubabato kanchi. Yatuka ulan. Just kronki to patslimo. Chi ita kanki. Chana kilikon. Kinba muli radwanaji. Kinba no kun nikset abog.
What do you mean by rare goods?
Nikawa dubaka. Patisa. Kon muli slimo poi wanga kun viskin. Chi ita kanki. Chana kilikon.
You're a smuggler.
Ichuta. Yun patisa. Kinba nikcha lora kun.
How can you help me?
Smilya! Tingkuin ko ka, patoga yakfuli ko kala Gigi! Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna muli ra. Tangit wama jiko na. Tongkit pa nonku nek abog.
How did you get that in here?
Smilya! Tingkuin ko ka, patoga yakfuli ko kala Gigi!
Say no more, I get the picture.
Ki mulira kun king. Tong hit wama ag inko tune.
What about the rest of your crew?
Tong hit wama ji aki inko tun. Kachopa bogra shonko tachi cha. Un chawa wis kun yun kun. Bogra shok chong kanti chopa chawa wis yun kun. Ti ompi tu puta krita.
I'll see what I can do.
Chiwa aita kang ki jiyokaku. Uba baska dwana chichopa muska. Kakincha nawabagaon. Kinba nikcha lora kun. Kava yun patisa. Chiwa aita kang ki jiyokaku. Ciao baso. Gino molirani bubo. Tonking ba. No kun netsag. Tong hit wama ag inko tune. Por tong hit wama ji aki inko tun. Tong pa no kun. No nek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki mulira kun king. King ba no kun nik dorcha. Jiska dosoki. Kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smack toma. Kuyami jusku chitanai. Uchua penki. Topa na ota vokasa. Yubabato kanchi. Yatuka ulan.
Oh, okay. Well, that wasn't very useful, but okay. Sure. Whoops. Maybe I'll save this for next time. So thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.